Go on mute. Go on mute. Okay. Okay. So in last session we discussed about like what is this conditional statements, right? Arrays also we discussed in previous class, like command line arguments we discussed. But in yesterday's class we focused more on conditional statements. Like go on mute. I don't want to tell this every day, every time, guys. Make it habit. How you people will change and all. Okay, yesterday we discussed about if, else condition, like that we discussed, like different combinations we discussed, right? So I hope everyone is clear with that. How we use if and all, right, guys? Do anyone has any questions about using this if and all? If, else, if how the flow, like what to be used after what, like that? Yes or no? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there are some, if you, there are few examples in this document, you can check that. But one thing I forgot yesterday is like nested if. Okay, nested if. What is that? I'll just give an example. I'm writing one if condition. If $A greater than 30, then, so here I'm writing one condition. Here I'm writing one condition, right? So this is my end of start and end of the if. So here I'm writing. So this is one condition. But if A greater than 30, then I want to check one more condition. What I'll write is if $A something greater than 90, something greater than 90. Then, yeah, fine. So like this, I want to write. Or else like, sorry. So like this, I want to write. So this is outer if. This is outer if. If this condition is satisfied, I want to check one more condition. So this is the inner if. So I'm writing one if condition inside another if condition. This is called as nested ifs. Have you understood, guys?
Okay.
Understood? Okay. So this we can write, no problem, inside a if condition. If this condition is satisfied, my requirement is to check one condition. If that is satisfied, I want to check one more condition inside that. Now, if this condition is false, in that case, is this going to be executed? If the outer is, if is false, means if this statement condition is not satisfied, if this is false, then is the check is going to happen here? This?
No, sir.
No, right? So if the condition is satisfied, then I want to check one more if. So these are called as nested if. Okay. So anyways, you can execute it. I'm just letting you know, remember about that also. We can write, can I write nested if condition inside else if? Like this inner if, can I write inside L if?
Yes,
Yes, we can write.
Can I write inside else?
Yes, yes, we can write.
Anywhere. If you want to check one more condition, you can write it. Okay, understood, guys? Okay, that's good. Okay, next. So far, we discussed about conditional statements. Now let's discuss about looping statements. So what are conditional statements? Else and else if. Okay, both are conditional checks only. Okay, else we are not writing any condition. So in general, we don't call it as a conditional statement. If, else, if, those are conditional statements. Few people will call if, else, those are conditional statements. Few people will say only if it is conditional statement. Okay, so you remember if, else, if, those are conditional statements because we are going to define condition only for that. Okay, next let's discuss about looping statements. Conditional, yes. So we know conditional statement means we are going to write some condition. If the condition is satisfied, whatever present inside that under that condition will be executed, right? If the condition is false, so whatever defined under that condition will not be executed. That we know. Conditional statement executes based on condition. There is something called as looping statements. Loop means what? The same work will be repeated. Loop, right? Loop. The same thing will be repeated multiple times. So there is, for to do that, one is for loop. There are other things we'll discuss one by one. One is for loop. Okay. So if you have really, if you are really good in our academics, we no need to discuss about this, because from, I think from college onwards, we are taking this, right? But if we know we don't have that much memory, we'll forget everything. And few are from non-technical background. So let me discuss about this for also. See, first let me discuss one type of for loop, easy for loop. Then we'll go to little complex, older one. I'm writing like this. Okay, you can't type it. Let me take this example. Okay, see, for where in, I'm giving this. Okay, so what is this is, for indicates this is going to be for loop. For indicates this is going to be for loop. Okay, next, where means variable. Where means variable. You can take ABC also here. A, your name, anything it can, you can take. There is no rule like variable should be where, right? You can take A equal to 10. Same like that, here you can take anything, right? Where or A, ABC, anything, variable, whatever you want, you can take it. I, in general, we take it as I. Okay, in general, we'll take it as I. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take this as a where, right? For means for loop, variable, in these many, these are the values. These are the values. Now, this variable initially contains this first position value. In, after in, this is one position, this is one position, this is other, this is other, like each one, the space separated ones are, right? Based on the space separation, we are having a positions, right? Now, first, initially, when the execution starts, where contains what? Zero, right? So now, why we are calling this loop statement is, when you define multiple values like this, right? You're giving values. This can be, this no need to be fixed values. For example, I gave it here. First, this is a looping statement. What this for do is, it will loop. This means whatever you have written. So this is the for you're declaring here. You're saying this is do, done, means for with this for loop, you do this. Whatever is between this do and done, you repeat this these many number of times, means 1, 2, how many positions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times it has to repeat. It doesn't mean I have to write like this to repeat 10 times. I have to, no, don't remember this 1, 2, 3 values. Just think this is one position. So if I give till 4, means it will repeat 5 times, 0 to 5, right? So first time when it is doing this, when it is doing the action, what is present inside between this do and done, first time this variable contains 0. What we are doing with between this do and done? $var, right? Means we are printing this variable. So first time variable contains 0, it will print this. Next time repeat it. So value will this second position value come into this variable. Next it will repeat, it will print this. Next this will come into this variable, that will print it. Still this end of the, it will print. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let me give one more example, or else like okay, can't type this. Okay, for one question for where in, for example, I'm going to take a 10, 20, 40, 50, do, done, right? I'm just going to write here echo dollar where I'm going to take. Echo dollar where I'm going to take. Now here, first time means as I'm writing a for, right? These are the values I want to pass to var variable. Okay, these four. Okay, I'm adding a also. After in a is there, 20 is there, 40 is there, 50 is there. Four values I'm passing. First time when I execute this, the execution comes here. Var value will be a. So this will be repeated. So first time it will print var here a, it will print. Next repetition starts. This a 20 will be set to this var, then it will print it. Again 40 will be set to var, repeat, print. Again 50 will be set here, printed. Nothing is there, so it will execute and continue with the next statement. For example, here you are writing echoes. Here you are writing some echoes. So when the execution starts, this will print this echo. Then it will print this echo. Then it will come here. It will repeat these many number of times. Once that is done, it will exit from there and continues with the execution of next lines. Have you understood, guys, this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is called as advanced for loop. This is called as advanced for loop. Okay, we'll discuss. Okay, if you have few more questions, okay, keep it aside. This is not the complete understanding of for loop. Just you just listen. I'll explain in detail about the old for loop also.
Sir,
Yeah.
initially by default, does where has any value in it? Sir?
No value. So when the execution starts, first position of value will be set to var. Okay.
After coming out of the loop, does where have any value, sir? Like
you can't even use that var. Once you come out of the for loop, you can't even use it, because as you are declaring this variable for the for loop, you can use this variable only inside the for loop.
okay.
Okay, good. But that question, okay, intelligent question only. I'll answer that at the end of the shell scripting, because there is one concept, scopes we have to remember, discuss. We'll discuss that. Now tell me, for this for loop, what is going to be the output if I execute this?
Welcome, it will print welcome 5 times.
That's it.
One.
Welcome 1 time, welcome 2 times, welcome 3 times, like
Time 4
Yeah,
times.
5. Yeah, correct. Welcome 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, like that. It is going to print. Good. Next, tell me this. If I'm writing a script like this, go on mute. If I'm writing like this, how to drag it up? Okay. Echo I. Sorry. Now tell me, if I execute the scripts, okay, let me change, for example, just let me keep this. Okay, now tell me what is going to be the output if I execute this. Execution starts from top to bottom. Okay, then what will happen?
For I is equal to 1, it will print hi, hello, welcome. For I is equal to 2, also same 3, 4. At the 5th after completion.
See, I don't want that. You don't explain, just tell me the output, what it is going to print output.
Hi, hello, welcome, sir.
That's it.
Bye.
I
After completion of 5th, bye will come.
You say the output, where that comes and all, people cannot understand. Then you just say the output.
sir, hi,
Hi,
hello.
hello, welcome.
1 second.
After printing hi, hello, welcome will be printed 5 times, and last bye will come, sir.
Exactly. Everyone got the answer? Hi, When the execution comes here, it will print hi, then it will print hello, then it will come here. So it is going to repeat 5 times. So welcome will be printed 5 times. Welcome, welcome, like that. Then finally it will print bye. Hi, hello, welcome, 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 bye. It is going to print. Understood, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Say that at least.
Instead of where we are using I.
Huh?
Instead of where we are using I, or I is IN.
Instead of
Where, for where, instead of where we are using I.
that, I said you can use anything here. This is just a variable. If you want I, where, your name, any name, it's just a variable. You can use any name here. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now, okay, good. Okay, let me change one thing here. Let me quickly do it. Let me take this as okay. Now what it is going to print? Can someone tell me?
Hi, hello,
Hi, hello,
and welcome morning,
welcome.
evening, and bye, sir.
Hi, hello.
Welcome morning. Morning.
That's it.
And bye, last.
Who will
There
print?
nothing loop scripting, no sir. Only morning, evening.
Sorry, what, Kavya?
I in morning, evening you have given.
Huh.
How there will not be any loop, no.
There aren't many quotes.
Can't understand.
I,
1,
hello.
2, 3 means it can understand the loops, but morning, evening means it can't understand. No, sir.
Why can't it understand? I said the parameters are separated with space. So there is a space between morning and evening, yes or no? So morning is one parameter, evening is parameter. So it will print hi, hello, welcome morning, welcome evening, bye. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is there any confusion here? Pawan? But what if I keep this in double quotes?
You'll print a welcome morning, evening.
It will print hi, hello. Now this is a single parameter. Welcome morning, evening, and then bye it will print. Understood? Is it clear? Okay. So this is like advanced for loop. Okay. Now in this for loop, we can use, I want to print from 1 to 10. Okay, you'll write here 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you'll write. But I want to print till 100. So in such cases, only for numbers, not for alphabets, only for numbers, if you want to print like this, you can give 1.5 means 1 to 5. 1 to 5. So instead of writing 1 space, 2 space, 3, instead of writing like this, you can put a flower brackets and write like this 1.5 means it is 1 to 5. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I write 1.100, it means 1 to 100. But I don't want to print 1 to 100 continuously. I want to print step by step, means 1, skip 2, 3, skip 4, 5, next 7, 9, 11, like that I want to print. Step 2. So in such cases, what you can do is, here you can use one more dot. Okay, where is that example? Is there? It's not there. Okay. Somewhere it will be there in the document only. You can give after 5, you can give like this dot 2. If you give means, for example, you are giving 100 here, 1 to 100, but not 1 to 100 continuously. It is going to print step by step, means it is going to skip 2, means 1, 3, like that. I'll show you this. Okay. So like this also we can skip, but this is only for numbers, incremental. For decremental, it is not possible. For decremental, it is not possible. Means I want to come from 100 to 10, 100 to 1. It's not possible. Only for increment it is available. Okay, fine. Next. Now we'll execute all at once. Now let me explain the actual for loop, means the old for loop which we use, which we can play around with incremental, decremental, everything. This is the actual for loop. Okay, that is advanced for loop, just to make some extent of job easy, but that is not everything. This is the actual for loop. Let me discuss about this. Okay, concentrate guys, this is very much important, right? It will give you a lot of knowledge. See, syntax will change as per programming languages, but if condition in Java, if condition in C, if condition in Python, if in shell scripting, wherever for loop, everything functions same as it is, but the syntax may change. How you write the syntax may change, but the logic is same everywhere. The looping statement in Python, Java, .NET, here, C, everywhere it is same how it functions, but syntax may change how you write. See here you have to write like this in shell scripting, but any for loop in any language will have three options, three things here. What is this? Is declaration, where you are taking var in advanced for loop, where you are taking var I we have taken, right? So that we are declaring. But here for this var or this variable, we have to declare some initial value. We have to declare some initial value. Now tell me why we are using for loops.
For repetitions.
Repetition. Okay, iteration is similar like that, but again it goes to different concept. Okay, iteration we should not call. It is for loopings, means for the same task I want to do. Here I want to print this welcome times multiple times, but that value I'm changing dynamically, but the same echo I want to print multiple times. The same line I want to execute multiple times. So looping, I want to loop it. Means the same task I want to do multiple times. So we go for looping statements. Now, how many times I want to loop it? How many times I want to loop it, right? That we have to tell here. So I'm saying the initial value of C is 1. Initial value of C is 1. This loop has to be executed until C value see here I'm giving C less than or equal to 5. Means this for loop has to be executed when C value is less than or equal to 5. If the condition is fine, if the condition is true, if here what is the value of C? 1. C less than or equal to 5, true or false?
True, sir.
True. So this has to be executed. So until this condition breaks, this has to be executed. Now the C value is, I'm giving the condition as C less than or equal to 5. So until this condition breaks, this loop get executed. But how to break it? That we are going to give here, either incremental or decremental. We have to give. So C++. So let me explain this. Okay. First, I'm giving in. This is called as initialization. This is called as condition. This is called as incremental or decremental. Okay, 3 sets we have. At initialization, I'm giving C equal to 1. C equal to 1. Now, when the execution starts from top to bottom, first it will check this. C equal to 1. Condition. C less than or equal to 5. True or false?
True, sir.
So
True.
whatever is between this do and done, this will get executed. Now it will go here. But before executing, what it will do is, it will do this job. Before repeating the second loop, it will do this. C++ means C increment by 1. Earlier C value is 1. Now it is incrementing by 1. So what it will become as? 2. 2. So right, first while executing C equal to 1, it tried to execute this. Before that, it checked the condition C less than or equal to 5. So 1 less than or equal to 5. True. Executed. But before repeating the second task, it did this. It checked this C++. So then now the C value become as 2. Before executing again, it will check the condition C less than or equal to 5. Means 2 less than or equal to 5. True or false?
True, sir.
True. It will execute this. Next, again it will go here. C++. Now, what is the value of 2?
C value.
Before incrementing, what is the value of 2? C. 2. 2 incremented. 2 plus 1. 3. 3 less than or equal to. True or false?
True.
True. Again it will repeat this. Again it will go. Do increment. Now C value is 3, increment by 1, 4. So 4 less than or equal to 5. True or false?
True.
True.
Okay, it will repeat this again. Go here. Increment 4 plus 1, 5. So 5 less than or equal to true or false?
True.
5.
True.
True. Okay, again it will repeat this. Again it will go incremented. Right? 5 plus 1, 6. C less than or equal to 5. True or false?
False.
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 False. Now it will come out of our loop and execute this. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
What, Pawan? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Yatish, are you able to understand? Manasa,
Yes, sir.
Chaitanya, you are able
Yes,
to
sir.
understand? Raghu, is everyone getting, guys? Okay, this we do. This is called as looping statements. Means I am trying to do the same task multiple times. I don't know whether I want to do these many times. Here I'm giving fixed value, but what if I read it as read var equal to, all right, read var hyphen p variable name, and if I give that $var here, if I use a read parameter and try to enter, do you know how many times it is going to repeat? We don't know, right? For we use to, as a looping statement to repeat the same task for a known or unknown number of times. People will generally call it as unknown number of times, but if I give as a 5 here, it is like unknown number of, it is known number of times. Okay. Have you understood the looping statements?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what if I give here as a 0? How many times this welcome, this echo will be printed?
6 times.
6 times.
6 times. Okay, I'm giving it as 1, but I'm giving only less than 5. Here, what will happen?
4 times.
Times 4 times.
Yes, exactly. So when the value changes to 5 here, C less than 5, 5 less than 5 is false condition, so it will skip. Okay, good. Next. Okay, let me modify here only. C equal to 5. So what is the initial value of C now?
5.
5. Only one time will be executed.
Wait. Now 1. What is the value of C now?
5.
5.
5.
Okay, so initially 5. Here, let me use greater than. Okay. Now tell me, I have to use greater. Why? Because the condition I have to check. C equal to 5. Okay. Now initially C equal to 5. C greater than or equal to 1. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So it will print here. Next, it will go here. Increment C by 1. 6. 6 less than or greater than or equal to 1. True or false?
True.
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 Will this loop going to end at any time?
No.
No, infinite.
Number
It
of
is
times.
increment. It is infinite loop. Means it will never end. Never end, because it is always incrementing. It will, this C value never will go down. So it is right. It is infinite loop. We call as infinite loop. So what should I do to make the condition? I can use decrement as well. Means minus also I can use. So in this case, what is the value of C?
5.
5.
5.
So 5 greater than or equal to 1. True or false?
True.
True. C greater than or equal to 1. True. It will print this. Again comes here. C minus means 5 minus 1. 4.
4.
4 greater than or equal to 1. True or false?
True.
Print it. Again, C minus 4 minus 3. Condition satisfied or not?
Satisfied.
3
Fine.
greater than 1.
So-
Yes. Again, minus 2. 2 greater than or equal to 1. True. Again, 1. 1 greater than or equal to 1. True. Again, 0. 0 greater than or equal to 1. True or false?
False.
False. It will come out the for loop. And if there are any lines, this will get executed. Understood, guys? For loop, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is clear? Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, by mistake, if we didn't check and we run the infinite loop, then the system will be out of our control. Then how to come out of that, sir?
Control C. Wherever it is, Control C. Or if it is Mac, Command C. If you type, it will break it. Means that is not the execution. Means you are forcibly breaking that for loop.
control C, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Or else, like, see, everywhere, if you want to quit Q, you type. If that doesn't work out, type Control C. Control C is like force termination. We should not use in general. But there is no other way. You have to type Control C. If not, Control D, like Control X, Control Z. You type it one, will click. But in general, we use Q for exit, or else Control C terminate. Okay.
Sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I hope everyone is clear about this advanced for loop. This is traditional for loop. This is traditional for loop. Someone dropped, I think, by seeing that pro scripting itself. They dropped. Okay, fine. So that is about traditional for loop. Now, if I don't give anything here, right? Each condition has to be separated with semicolon. But what if I don't give any initialization condition, incremental, decrement? It is like you are not giving anything. This will get executed, but it is like a infinite loop. It will never break. You have to stop it. You have to use Control C. Okay. Okay. So let me execute that quickly, and then I'll go to some other advanced things in that. Okay. Just a second. Let me, guys, I hope you all understood. So let me quickly execute one or two examples for each one. Then we'll move to next topic. Unnecessarily, why to just waste only to show you? Because when you understood, it doesn't make any sense to spend a lot of time here. Okay, vi for dot sh. Let me execute that for loop, advanced for loop for. I'm not writing shebang line. We have to write, but I'm not writing for var. For example, ABC in A comma 20 comma 40 comma C comma I am giving. So after in whatever is there, these are parameters for that. Okay. Now do done echo ABC is $ABC. Okay, skip colon WQ. Right, I'm going to execute this bash. It is saying command A not found. Where? Oh, here it is not taking. Okay, we have to pass. Oh, where A